One and all. Hello. Welcome to our Twitch live stream. We will be recording the Chicago Tony V Show podcast live on Twitch. We're going to do it here very shortly. T-minus 4 minutes and counting. I was just on the Pepperoni Discord a minute ago, and our dear Amber asked, are you going to start early or are you going to start right on the hour? I had planned to start right on the hour, but then I got to thinking, why the hell wouldn't I start early? I don't know. I can think of one reason, and that is that I will forget that I need to press the record button for the podcast. We'll get to that. So right now, it's funny doing this live stream starting a little bit early, right before we're going to start the show, because what I'm used to is playing music. I'm used to hearing music in my ears. I love doing that. So it feels very odd right now to not have music in my ears. Whatever. I'll suffer through it. Anyway, I hope everyone has their coffee ready. Those of you that who can join me real time in the live situation, I think we're all coffee drinkers, aren't we? That's the way it's looking. That's the way it works in my head. It would be interesting to know. Are there any pepperonis in the live stream who don't drink coffee? I can't think of any off the top of my head. It seems like it's never come up in a live stream. But what do I know? Who knows? Oh, I see a couple of people. Oh, the Comiskey Kid is in the house. Kid, we missed you, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. This is fabulous. The Stunning Redhead with the podium finish. Good morning, Georgie girl. Great to see you. Oh, Big Gorilla's in the house with the podium finish in third place. Very, very nice. You eked out Amberglow. That's not easy to do. Let's see. We got T-minus 2 minutes till we start recording. Amber, I was just saying before you commented, I saw you over on the Discord, the Pepperoni Discord. And you're like, are you starting right at the top of the hour, or are you starting early? And I just thought, why the hell couldn't I start right now? There you go. I still got to remember to hit record on all this equipment before I actually start the show. There have been a few changes around here. Most of them, I think I don't know, maybe all. You guys can't really tell on the screen, thank God. But, oh my gosh. It's kind of a bucking bronco. I feel so disjointed, to be totally honest. I know that over time I'm going to get used to it. Good morning, Robo Kitty. How are you? Good to see you, dear. Glad you could make it early on. I will, as with all other things in doing all this stuff, I've learned over time that even though my brain is fading off into the sunset, I will get some sort of level of normalcy and comfort in what we're doing. That will happen. It seems like it will happen. But there have been some changes. It's a little disjointed. There are more changes to come. There's more I'm trying to do. I'm stretching myself. I don't really know why. Why am I trying so hard? I don't know. Maybe it's just how I'm wired. T-minus 1 minute till we start recording the podcast. I hope everyone's excited. I hope everyone is coffeeed up. I'll have some business things to get through right on the top of the show. We'll get going on it. 7 a.m. Okay, places, everyone. Places. This is good for me because I need to hear music in my ears. Is everyone ready? Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody, and indeed, welcome to another edition of the Chicago Tony V Show. Welcome to episode 213 for Thursday, December 9th, 2021. We've got 16 days, folks, until good old Kris Kringle Day for most of us. Robo Kitty, I don't know what you're doing on Christmas, but the rest of us, we're gonna be standing under the mistletoe. We're gonna be digging through our stockings. We're gonna be opening presents, etc., etc. Should be pretty fun. And here, I forgot to start my music. See, I'm out of sorts. Okay, we have to get through some business this morning, people, because I'm sitting here in a little bit of a unique setting, but more importantly, this is a bit of a unique show today because of the stuff. Now, I mentioned yesterday, Mama V had a setback. She was in the hospital again, had some surgery, all that sort of stuff. And so what it means is the Big Diesel has to head east once again to go see Mama V. So I'm actually... I'm going to be getting up and going here as soon as I can. And actually, even the show this morning is going to be a shortened show. It hurts my heart. I don't like to do it. Normally on a Friday, I would be doing Twitch. I think normal. What is normal? We haven't been doing all this stuff long enough to really know what's normal, I suppose. But in my mind, at least, I was going to be doing Twitch Friday. Well, I'm not going to be doing a show tomorrow because I got to head east to go see Mama V, to go hang out with her, make sure everything's going okay. And so, in my mind, today's kind of like the Friday show. I'm doing it on Twitch. And in addition, like I said, it's going to be a little shortened. So, I'll just be straight up honest. I'm generally flustered. Have you ever had a day where you just feel off, or it doesn't feel like things are flowing? Today's one of those days for me. I think mostly because I sort of had this concept in my mind of what I was going to be doing over the next few days. I kind of had this plan together. There were things I was going to do over the weekend. And that, of course, completely shit the bed. Everything changed. And so... but that's life. That's life. That's the way it goes. So I will calm down. I'll settle down. I'll get through it. Comiskey Kid says, sending love and prayers for Mama V. Thank you, kid. That's very nice of you. If I were a really good son, I would have the V Family Relic on today's show, wouldn't I? That would be really, I think, the thing to do. But kind of short notice. I'm almost never in Studio A anymore, although today I am going to Studio A. I gotta go do some banking and some paperwork and stuff. And now because I gotta head east to go see Mama V, I gotta speed up everything else. So everything's on fast forward, right? So anyway, that's the situation. Shortened show. Now another piece of business that I wanted to get to. Oh, see, Amber says, I was going to say the other day that you should bring the V Family Relic home instead of having it at the office. It's becoming more and more clear, right? Maybe I should have it behind me in maybe this cubbyhole right here. You Spotify listeners, I'm on video. It's a big, lovely video. Why you're not following me on Twitch yet, I have no idea. But I just pointed over to a cubby in my fabulous Studio B set that I think would look very nice for the V Family Relic. But what am I? I'm just a single dude, which means I have no fashion sense, no design sense whatsoever. I make it up as I go along. But here's the other piece of business I wanted to go through. Okay, is everyone ready? I want to, I'm speaking now to the stunning redhead, right? She's beautiful inside and out. She's our dear Georgie girl. So just to catch everyone up, for episode 200, a historic episode of our podcast, we did a very impromptu secret word contest, and very pleased that our dear Georgie girl actually won the contest. Now, the bar, there were something like 10 or 12. I really should have gone through our, it was either 10 or 12. I can't remember the number. Very small number of applicants, right? Not a big deal. So everyone that was involved had a good chance. Well, Georgie pulled it through. So I've been looking around. Now, what we do on the Chicago Tony V show is, people win watches. That's what we do. Well, I think I'm in a situation now where I'm overthinking. All right? I looked at a bunch of watches. I have an idea. I have an idea of where I would go. By the way, speaking of the stunning redhead, she agrees the V family relic would look nice in that cubby. Very good. Like I said, I'm going to be there this morning. Maybe I can remember to go get it. Or I wonder if I should just start doing some shows from Studio A. That's probably not going to happen. Anyway, I have this concept of something that would be a good pick for Georgie. When I was picking Robo's watch, I was thinking about, you know, she's in these situations where she's like in that. It's like she's in MASH. Remember that show MASH, the modern day version of that she's in, and you know, people's innards are just squirting all over the place, and it's like, okay, I want a bulletproof watch that can deal with that sort of thing. And it's like G-Shock. I think the G-Shock is the perfect watch for Robo. I have this idea of the perfect watch for Georgie, but I'm second guessing myself. So Georgie, I actually literally have a couple simple questions for you. I'm going to tell you why I'm asking. It turns out I bought a nice watch for a lady a good while ago. I had totally forgot this ever happened, but I did. I bought a nice watch, and she proceeded to never wear it. To my knowledge, I don't believe she's ever worn it a single time, which completely chaps my ass. I ought to go track her down and just go burglarize her house and get it back, because that's some bullshit. But anyway, it's probably for understandable reasons. Okay, it's probably something like, you know, she doesn't. What's funny is I can't remember what the watch looked like. I just remember that she never wore it. But let's say it was, I don't know, metallic silver colored. Maybe that's just not her thing. Maybe she has a thing where it's like, I never wear silver. Okay. Or maybe it was a gold watch. I don't remember. And she never wears gold. I don't freaking know. So Georgie, I want to run past a couple questions for you, just so I don't make a big fuck up. You know what I mean? So here's the deal. Couple questions. I guess the first main question. I want to talk something like wrist size, Georgie. Georgie says, see, she's a sweetheart. Georgie says anything from you would be amazing. Thank you, and I know you're easy, but I just want to double check. I have an idea. I think I know where I'm headed, but I just want to make sure. Now, the first thing is there anything about your wrist size that's so Robo's watch, that's, I think, technically a men's watch. Is there anything like, now if I got you something that's technically a men's watch, would that be too big? I've never seen your wrist in person. Come to think of it, I've never seen your wrist, even in this virtual world we live in. So that's my first question. There's a men's watch. Are you okay with that? Second question is there any sort of material that's just a total no-go? Like I mentioned, silver. Like you don't go with silver. It's just something you don't do. Or maybe gold. You don't go with that color. Or is there another color that's just a no-go? Those are really my two questions. I just want to make sure before I pull the trigger, I want to make sure that I'm not making a huge mistake. Okay. You can answer those questions, Georgie girl, at your discretion and at your leisure. And once I've heard the answer, then I will proceed. I would have proceeded already, but I got cold feet. Just want to make sure. All right. So I got a jettison at 7:30 this morning. That means I have 20 minutes left. That's no good. It's going to be a short show. It hurts my heart. I'm really sorry. I'm not giving any refunds, though, okay? All right, Georgie says men's watches are fine. I usually wear silver, not gold. Okay, good to know. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed to know. Okay, very, very helpful. She says colors, not metals. I get it. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Thank you, dear. That's all I needed. That is all I needed. All right, we can proceed. Now, I think with 20 minutes left, I don't know, maybe we'll go through some mailbag. If a VIP wants to call me during the mailbag, if you feel like it, go ahead. All you VIPs have my number, right? So I'm not even going to flash my number up there. But you can or you can't. I'm just going to jump into the mailbag and we'll see. I wonder how I could hear it. Anyway, we will see how it goes. Where is my mailbag? Do I even have a mailbag? That would be funny if I don't. Okay, it looks like I have some mail. Here we go. Is everyone ready? Okay, here's the first letter. Dear Tony, if you're in a long-term relationship, are you still supposed to feel giddy and butterflies like you did in the first months or years of your relationship? Or is it normal for these types of feelings to fade away? I'm not in a long-term relationship yet, but my short-term, so far, boyfriend and I were talking about this. He totally thinks that those feelings would normally go away for any long-term couple. What do you think? This is from Hannah from Oxford, Mississippi. Hannah from Oxford, Mississippi. Well, I will say, at the very least, Hannah, I have high hopes. Here's to hoping that your thing turns into a long-term relationship. Okay? Oh my God, the Comiskey kid is grinding up some coffee beans. That sounds just tremendous. Tremendous. He says it's going to be a great day. I agree. What a great way to start. All right, Hannah, let's see. Let's see what we can figure out for Hannah. All right, here's how I'm going to answer her question. I would say for sure, it is not expected. It is not a requirement that a long-term couple be still all giddy and all the butterflies and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, I would say that that is probably unique. Okay? That's probably not normal. So if you find yourself in a long-term relationship and you're headed that direction, and you're just one day you wake up and you're like, Jesus, where's the magic? Whatever. That's probably kind of normal. It's probably kind of normal. I'm going to give a however, though. Okay? However, here's something you should know, Hannah. Now, it can be, if you're super, super lucky. All right? If you're super lucky, you could be one of those giddy couples. It could happen. And here's the way it works. I think there's a small subset. And by the way, preface, I need to do my normal preface. I'm a loser in love, okay? Why are you even writing letters like this to me? It's your own damn fault. So don't take everything I say with a grain of salt, okay? But here's my spin. There's a small subset of couples that never goes away, and they're the super lucky ones. The super lucky ones. Amber says the giddy butterflies don't happen all the time, but occasionally they do come back. 16 years of marriage for didn't you guys just have an anniversary? Am I misremembering? I know Pepperoni, I thought, just had an anniversary. Amber did just get some stunning new glasses. They look tremendous. So, Mammy just wants to compliment my shirt, which I'll take it. She says the color of Tony's shirt is so vibrant on my screen. It looks great. Thank you, dear. You know, some of us just got game. Lady agrees. I'm going to file this away. I guess this is a winning shirt. Okay, so back to the question at hand. Bigorilla says, young relationships are like a fire. They lead to coals that keep you warm. What a lovely way to put it. That is a lovely sentiment. I'm not even kidding. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. Georgie says she still gets giddy and has butterflies sometimes. The usual feeling is so much deeper and more satisfying. There we go. I think that I've already forgotten this gal's name, Hannah. I think Hannah should not be. Don't set the expectation that here's where you're headed, like this puppy dogs and ice cream vision. That's not the way it works. But I like what I'm hearing here from the pepperonis, which is if it's meant to last, you'll still have those feelings come back from time to time. I love what Georgie just said. It's a deeper thing, you know? It's a deeper thing. October was Amber's anniversary. Was it you and Danny, Georgie? Or did you just say yours was in October too? Whatever. I can't keep anything straight anymore. It's a lost cause. Anyway, God love you. Maybe, Hannah, maybe you'll be one of the lucky few. You and your short-term boyfriend will be long-term couple one of these days, and maybe you will be giddy. There are those couples that exist. It can happen. Okay, next letter. Hey, Tony. I saw this question posted online, and I immediately got curious about what your answer would be. So here it goes. What is the most outdated practice or belief followed actively in society today? Thank you for your answer. This is from Josh. That's an interesting question. What is the most outdated practice or belief followed actively in society? Let's see. We're not doing bloodletting anymore. Are we still using leeches? But I seem to recall that that's maybe actually warranted and not a bad idea sometimes. Let's see. We're not burning witches. Not doing bloodletting. Here's one that I have. I would say it goes something like this. I might not articulate this very well. The cult of authority. That's what I'll say. I was talking yesterday about this thing, and I couldn't believe. Oh, that's right. It's Georgie told me her phone was freezing up or something. I wanted her to look up democide yesterday. This term democide. And the whole point when you learn about the term democide, you learn, holy shit, one of the biggest causes of death for human beings is their own governments. And this plays into my answer for this letter, the cult of authority. You know, it's a tricky thing being a human being, and I get it. At first blush, it seems to make perfect sense that won't we all just get along much better if we just, whatever, respect the badge, you know, respect the flag and all that shit. And I'm generally for that. However, what do you do? What do you do when those in authority are batshit crazy or evil or whatever? You know, it's a tricky, tricky thing. Leeches are making a comeback, says Lady Letter Carrier. That's amazing. Who knew? I never would have guessed that. Anyway, that's my answer. Authority. That's a thing that people need to get over for some reason. I'm a big believer of make love, not war. All right? And I personally have never understood. Now, this is just the way I'm wired. I'm kind of fiercely independent. At the end of my show, I say, don't take any shit from anybody. And I goddamn mean it. You know what I mean? So I've never understood like how the military works. Like I would like that Stripes movie. I would just be the real life version of the Stripes movie, right? I would be sitting there. If I went to boot camp, first of all, it would probably kill me. Robo says leeches will be back in her protocols January 2022. For those that don't know, RoboKitty is a stunningly gorgeous medic in New York City. Oh, Big Gorilla likes my answer. Here's another thing. Like, here's another example of how I just don't understand. I think authority can be a bad thing. Okay, so when I was going to college, I could not understand this idea of joining a fraternity or sorority. And one of the reasons I couldn't understand it is this whole idea of hazing, right? Now, most people, I think, on the surface will agree, right, that hazing is a pretty bad idea. But I think they'll also agree that it seems to just go on and on and on, like over and over. I'll bet you every year of recorded history, there's of fraternities, there's some story of some poor kid that dies because some other shit for brains preppy college a-hole told him to drink too much, right? So when I got to college, the way I looked at that whole situation is like, yeah, there's no question for me whatsoever. There was no way I would pledge a fraternity or ever even consider it. I'm not going to let some dumb fuck boss me around. It's the last thing I'm going to do. Maybe this is why I work for myself. You know? That's just the way I'm wired. How the hell did I just get talking about pledging sorority or fraternities? I wouldn't pledge a sorority either. Oh, maybe I would. Infiltration. Okay, next letter. Dear Tony, I find you so interesting and just love picking up little tidbits about what interests you and how you think. I heard you talk the other day about spending lots of time watching YouTube videos. Can you talk a bit about the types of content you enjoy watching? Please don't ever change. This is from Tanya from Buckhannon, West Virginia. Buckhannon? Or is it Buchanan? Buckhannon. I would call that Buckhannon. Anyway, Tanya, thank you for finding me so interesting. Yes, I do like to watch the YouTube, and I can go on just hours. I can burn hours on YouTube. I really can. It's horrible. The types of things I like watching, I like watching a whole lot of sort of self-sufficiency type things. I like so like, for example, like I like watching people who are homesteading. Like, I've been following a guy. The guy has no running water. He has almost no electricity. He has a little bit of solar. He has far less solar than I will have on my Bamalands. Okay. This guy's living the life. He has a great life. And he lives in extreme weather too. He's way up in Canada. I just love shit like that. I like seeing how people survive with less. You guys know I've got this fascination with just kind of like living like a homeless person. It's just something, it just feels like eventually I'm almost going to have to try it. I have this vision of just living in the woods in a tent. I know it would be hard to do my show that way, so trust me, you know, there's some things to iron out. But these are the types of things I've been thinking about lately. I don't know. What else do I like on YouTube? I will say, by the way, I like YouTube videos way, way better than anything the networks are putting together. I suppose other than the NFL. I do still watch NFL. Oh, wait, Georgie says, well, lock-picking lawyer. I don't know the other thing I can't even pronounce the other thing she said. It seems like some sort of Nazi. Lock-picking lawyer. That sounds fabulous. Yeah, lady says Tony Grizzly Adams. Right. You know? Maybe. I had a beard in college, believe it or not. If I do that, though, rest assured, if I live in the woods, rest assured I'm going to videotape it. Kurtz. Let's see if I can pronounce this. Kurtz Gesagt. Shit, I don't know. What the hell is that? Is that German? Kurtz Gesagt. Gesaget. I don't know. I got nothing. I have no idea what you're talking. Is this even a YouTuber? Or are we on to some other topic that I already forgot we were talking about? Okay, T-minus 4 minutes, unfortunately. Let's see what else we got in the mailbag. Let's see. Okay. Dear Tony, I was listening to an old podcast of yours and learned that you are a cradle Catholic. I have an honest question. Do you ever get bothered by the various abuse scandals surrounding the church? Has this ever made you want to stop going? I'm not trying to be inflammatory. It's just, I'm just sincerely asking. This is from Margaret K. Yeah, absolutely. I've been super bothered by that shit. Who wouldn't be bothered by that? And, yeah, absolutely. It has certainly made me consider not going, for sure. And I think I've had phases in my life of not going to church, and surely that sort of shit is part of the thing. But here's kind of where I'm at. Now I've been, as Margaret says, a cradle Catholic, right? So that means I've been in one way or another a practicing Catholic my whole life. So when I was a kid, this meant not only going to church, but going to Catholic school, Catholic high school, and then, you know, go to church till it hurts as an adult. That's kind of the name of the game. What I'm getting at is, I have been around a whole lot of other Catholics, right? And I'm very, very involved in my own church. I'm on parish council and that sort of thing. And it's been my experience that when I'm looking at person to person at the people I'm surrounded by at church, they're just magnificent people. Magnificent. Their heart is in the right place. They're yes, obviously this shit that's happening further up the chain is it's horrible. It's maddening. It's a tragedy. But I've literally in my whole life, I've never had any sort of interface with any of it ever. I've just been, in my own experience, I've just been nothing but surrounded by terrific people, as far as I can tell. And so, I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pay attention to all the people around me. And I'm not saying, by the way, that other shit isn't happening. Clearly it is, and clearly it's horrible, and it's awful. Something needs to be done. But it's not going to keep me from going to church and doing walking the walk with all these great people that are all around me. You know, that's just my thing. Oh, I did an alarm for how I had to bail. You guys, I'm going to look up this German thing. I forgot that Lady Letter Carrier speaks German. I totally forgot that. That's cool. There's a whole sub conversation going on in the comment section. Well, listen, it's 7:30. It hurts my heart. I gotta peel away. Thank you, everyone, for your thoughts and prayers for Mama V. I will. You know, I'm sure I'll be giving people updates. I'll see you on the Pepperoni Discord. No show tomorrow. Sorry, I'm gonna be. Like I said, gotta head east to go see Mama V. But I will. I'll see you soon enough. Love you guys. Like you guys. Thank you for spending the morning with me, as always. And until we meet again, I just want to remind you, don't take any shit from anybody, okay? Okay.